This is a review of the Yubi Power 5 volt 4.2 amp 4-port USB wall charger. Inside of the box you'll find this 4-port charger, and you can see the 4 ports. On the back side you'll see the plug-in prongs for the AC, and they flip up, and I like the fact that they're located towards the top. What that means is you can plug it in the wall like this or facing up and still have access to the other plug below it or above it. So that's a nice feature. I hate wall chargers that plug in and take up both ports of the wall. You can see this is 4 ports. It outputs 5 volts DC at a maximum simultaneous current of 4.2 amps from all 4 ports. It also operates on 100 to 240 volts AC and 47 to 63 hertz. I've seen some comments and some reviews that this is not good for tablets. That's not true. These 4 ports actually have different ratings, and I verified that by plugging it in and using a voltage and current output meter. These top 2 ports, when plugged into an iPad Air, will output 1 amp, and the bottom 2 ports can output 2.1 amps each. Just remember though, all of them combined, the simultaneous max output is 4.2 amps. What it means is you could charge 4 devices at the same time, as long as they're able to accept that lower current rating. You can see on the Yubi Power, I have an iPhone plugged in the top port and an iPad Air in the bottom. In the top port, I'm charging the phone at 0.98 amps. It's rated to charge at 1 amp, so that's pretty doggone good. Then over here, you'll see I have the iPad Air charging at 5 volts and at 2.04 amps, which is pretty good because it's rated to charge upwards of 2 to 2.4 amps. So this device is putting out enough current to satisfy and make happy a high-powered tablet and a smartphone. I want to point out in this scenario, I have an iPad 2 charging up here. The battery light is green. I have an iPhone 5S charging. Its battery light is green. And I have an iPad Air charging, and its battery light is green. It's still charging at 2 amps. And the iPhone 5S is still charging at 0.98 amps. Now I'm going to show you an issue that I think you should be aware of. I'm going to plug in 4 devices at the same time. Here I go. And now you can hear the phones all chirping as the power supply is clicking off and on because it can't handle the current load. I've unplugged that 4th cable here to make it stop chirping. The phones and tablets were cycling off and on. I've never seen one of these do that before. I guess it indicates it's drawing excess current. Normally what happens with a device like this is simply steps down the current to all 4 devices and shares it equally, but apparently this device doesn't do that. So if you expect to charge 4 high-power devices, you may see that problem occur. I wanted to show that I removed the amp meter from the phone and plugged it into the iPad 2. So the phone's drawing 1 amp, this is drawing 1.1 amps, and the iPad Air is drawing 2.05 amps. So it was exceeding the 4.2 amp output of this device, and that's why it was cutting off and on. Based on what I've seen in my testing here, I'm going to rate this at 4 stars. You might wonder why so high. Well, I've got it charging 2 iPads at max current, and I've got it charging over here an iPhone 5S at 0.96 amps. Like I said, I'm going to rate this at 4 stars, only because I would have expected this to try to share the current among the devices by lowering them all, rather than go into some type of failure mode and cause the current to cycle off and on. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you that I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one, I'd give a fair and honest review.